Hey everyone, so today I am going to do a request. The request was made by Amanda from Scott on the Loose. I will link her channel below. She has a beautiful accent, really nice channel, and she had asked me to do a look with a palette, like a neutral-ish, brownish look. So here's the look I came up with. First she had said to use a palette of my choice. And then when I asked her, does she have any palettes in particular, she doesn't. So I would love if everybody would leave comments below making suggestions as to which palette you think she may like. Obviously, she likes neutrals. So she asked me if I had anything by Wet n Wild. And I actually do, but the only one I could find was Vanity. And I don't even know if this one's still available. There's what that looks like. As you can see, the brulee up here was loved very much. I also have a little brulee as well. And then I also have a L'Oreal, which this is called Cup of Joe, I think, or... yeah, Cup of Joe. And there's what that one. This one is still available. The pigmentation on this is okay. But if I need it as like crease, I will use it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to just do this here. I'm just putting on my Painterly paint pot as my base. This is one of my favorites. I don't have super oily lids, so this really works, and as you can see, I have the tape. This works really well as a base, and if you don't have super oily eyelids, it'll work really nicely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, as usual, I'm going to take Brulee and put this all over my lid. What that looks like. I am going to take my Dollar Elf brush, and I'm just going to try. Now I have little mirrors and a big mirror over here, but I'm going to try to stay here. And the reason why, and it was funny because when I was doing this eye, I was thinking, I'm always saying that I'm putting this on, but the reason why I do this is because I've noticed this helps it much less. But there's two reasons why I do this. The first is I like to actually put my brow color on. It's the first thing. I'm not putting this on after all my shadow's done and then taking what I blended away and then have to reblend. So I go in the inner corner, I go all over. And the other reason is because I have a sticky base on. I notice when I go to blend, especially like with matte shadows, it seems to skip, especially like over here, because the skin, as you get older, our skin kind of, crinkles and moves. So if you ever notice, sometimes it might skip. If you don't, you're really lucky. So now I'm going into this palette and I'm going to put this all over my lid and then bring this up into my crease. So I might have to darken this up and use something from the Cup of Joe as well. But, so, I think Amanda only has Wet n Wild and she doesn't have any high-end palettes. So, I would love if we could all make suggestions to her as to, see now, when I look straight in the camera, you can barely see that I've gotten it over my hood. So, it's over now. So now what I'm going to do is take my 217 by MAC and just blend this. Now, if you wanted, honestly, for like a day look, you could stop there. Throw mascara on and you're done. But we're going to glam this up a little. And like I said, with one shadows, you see how this one looks darker than the one on my lid? And you know what I've come to notice too? My hood, like right here, bulges out too. I'm like, really? So what I'm going to do is, on the center of my eye, I'm going to take this gold and just kind of dab this right here on the center. See, like I did over there? This is a shimmer color. I don't know if they still make it. You know, like, these companies can be really annoying. Things that we really like, they wind up taking away from us. So now, what I'm going to do to go on the outer V is take the darkest color here, and I'm going to take this, I think I bought this from Crown Brush, and it is a C411 pointed blender. And I'm really just going to put this here, and very little into my crease, as you could see, just to add a little depth to the outer corner. And I'm also going to take this under my eye as well. So I'm just using this really to apply this, and you can put this on as dark as or as light as you'd like. And then I'm going to blend. So I will take my 217 and blend this out. Now, I'm not blending, I don't want to blend it too much that I blend the color right off. I've done that. So then you go in and you apply, or like I said, you could even just stop where I stopped before I applied the darkest, and that'd be it. And that would be, you know, some mascara, and off you go. But I thought maybe I'd just glam it up a little. I actually, honestly, for during the day, I'd wear this outside. So I just want to go back in with the gold again, just to really make that pop. There we go. Right there on the center of the lid. Kind of blending that out a little bit. I mean, and Wet n Wild, I really enjoy their palettes a lot. I really feel like you really get good quality products for a little bit of money. So now I'm going to tightline. So I'm using the Mally in brown, and I'm going to, now I try to get this as close to my lashes as possible. Now when you're coming over here, for some reason, you want to blink. It's like, you know, do it as slow as possible. See, I want to blink. So now, what I do is, right before I came on, I took a Q-tip and I dried my upper and lower waterline. Now right now I'm going to go back in and do the same thing. Now think about this. If you're applying anything to your waterline and it's wet, how is it really supposed to stick there? And my eyes do water a lot, you know, with allergies and stuff. So I wait a few seconds and then I go back in again. So it's like, this isn't really going to go anywhere now, because I've given it sufficient time to dry, and I can feel now it's dry. But sometimes there'll be slight transfer, and then I just take my Q-tip. And I'm also going to go right here to the outer corner. I don't usually go all the way in, because that will close my eyes off. I have a friend that has very small eyes like I do, and she lines her eye from here and then goes all the way over here. Her eyes look so beady, you know, but honestly, it's not for me to say. But she likes it, you know, so each their own. It's just that for me, I will be taking this tape off so I can make a little wing. So let me remove the tape. Yeah, if I could ever get it off. There we go. So now, let me just do this little wing here. Nothing, and that's the other thing, being that I have a hooded eye, you know, if I really wanted to do like a true wing and really bring it up, it would be so much harder to do. So I choose not to. So now I'm just going to blend out a little bit where you can see that line. I mean, this is a very simple eye look. It could be done with any palette that has browns. So I would love to know if anybody's going to try to do this. I'm going to take the darkest color in the Wet n Wild Vanity palette, which is right here, and I'm going to go under my lower lash line. And there, too, I cannot go all the way in. If I do, it shuts my eye off and makes it appear smaller. So now I will wipe that brush off, and then I will go in and I will just blend that in a little bit. So I kind of want it to connect here. Now let me just get my little mirror to make sure it's looking okay. So you can still see what I'm doing. That's very good. Now, I also notice when I work with dark colors, they will get on the lower lash line, which I want to put my Rimmel. So, I know for Amanda that I would probably suggest the Lorac Pro palette. Only because that one I feel like you have your choice of shimmer and matte, and you really get your money's worth with that. I'm just going to go back in again because I feel like right here did not want to blend for me for whatever reason. Okay. Soften it up a little bit. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is I am actually going to apply mascara to the top lash and the lower lash. I have the Clinique High Impact Mascara. You know what I didn't realize I was cleaning makeup out yesterday. And I remember I bought, you know how Sephora has like their favorites? And I bought the Lash Stash, it's called, I think. It's under Sephora's favorites. And I bought that and forgot about it. So I forgot about, you know, I did, like, the one I bought was before the end of the year. So that one came with, I'm trying to think of how many different, I don't know, it came with like 10, maybe 10. 2 were like full size. And then, now I normally, you know, I don't put mascara on the bottom ones, but I'm going to just put it over here. Because you know why? My lower lashes, shows you how retarded, but they could be so long. It's crazy. So the next thing I'm going to do is apply false lashes. And Kelly, who loves to paint, I'm going to link her channel below as well. She was like asking me like, well, how long does it take to finally get it with the false lashes? And honestly, it takes a while. Like, sometimes you just get so frustrated. It's like, you know what, I ain't even doing it anymore. So, I have my lash. Now, the first thing that's the most important is to, before you put anything on it, is to see if it needs to be trimmed. And most of the lashes that I own need to be trimmed. These are actually okay. I mean, they probably could be trimmed a smidge, but I'm not gonna, they're fine. But some of them, it's like, whose eyeball did they make this for, you know? So I'm going to apply the glue. Oh boy, there's a fire somewhere. And what I always do is a thin, except when I get to the ends, as I'm coming out of focus. When I get here and over here, I always put just a little bit more, as you can see, because that's the first spots that your lashes, when they want to come up, it's either the inner or the outer corner. So, anyway, getting back to suggestions for a palette for her, I would say the Lorac Pro. By the way, today, I think it's today, Lorac Pro Palette 2 is coming out. I will probably wait until, I don't know. I don't need that now. I have so many palettes, I don't need it. It's very pretty though. I think Lorac actually has a channel here on YouTube if you write L-O-R-A-C. And actually, L-O-R-A-C, the woman that owns the company, her name is Carol, and that's how she got the name of Lorac. And the only reason why I know that is because she used to be on QVC. So, I am going to now apply these, and so your head is back. I'm going to also be looking down at a mirror. So the first spot you want to make sure you get it is the middle of your eye. So now it's on. And this is where I used to get like, oh my god. So now, you're taking it, the end, and you're pushing. And then you're taking the end. So sometimes, also, the lashes want to be a little crazy on you. Like, they don't want to sit right. So, like, you really have to play with them. You know, it's like, once you know they're on, then that's when you can push them and put them the way you'd like them to be, to lay down. So, there's the look. I hope you enjoyed it. If I would have known that she wanted the Wet n Wild sooner, I would have tried to find my other palette. I have like a 8-pan palette, but I don't have many Wet n Wild as much as I like them, but I do use that on occasion. Oh, and by the way, I'm telling you, I bought, and forgot to talk about this in my haul, the Copper Chic by Maybelline. Oh my god! I love this. All shimmer. Look at that. I almost wanted to do a look with this, but then I thought, well, she wants more of a neutral eye. So, here is my neutral eye. Nothing super fancy. This could be worn. I mean, you could take the liner off the bottom line. You could just stop where before putting the darkness on the out. I mean, neutral eye, you could really do anything. You want to just put the cream color on the lid and then a color in the crease. So, makeup, to me, there's no rules. It's not like, you know, you have to put something here. Like, you know how in the palettes it'll say, like, crease, lid, and brow. I don't pay attention to that. You do what you want. And that's the beautiful thing about, you know, makeup is you can be as creative as you'd like. So, Amanda, I hope you like this. You know, I made it a little fancier with the lashes, but even if you look at my lashes, like, I would wear this out. Like, I would wear this Sunday, I have a christening, I could easily wear this. It's not too overdone. You know, I don't look like I'm going clubbing. You know, it's pretty natural and neutral. So, if anybody other than Mary who wanted me to do mime-looking makeup, she did make me laugh, though, when I read that. But if you want me to do, like, a shadow look using a specific palette, if I have the palette, I have no problem trying to attempt it. You know, the bottom line is everybody just has to remember I have hoods. So if you don't have hoods, you just adjust it to, you know, your eye shape. So, that's all I have for now. The upcoming video will be a skincare video. People keep asking for a hair tutorial. And once you'd watch my hair tutorial, you'd be like, that's all she does? So, that could be coming in the future. But it really is nothing special, to be honest. Honestly, the only thing I use in my hair, are you ready, is hairspray. No gel, no mousse. Once in a blue moon, I might use a frizz cream. Frederick Fekkai glossing cream. Other than that, it's a blow dryer, a flat iron, and hairspray. And it's kind of just going like this and spray. But down the line, because people have asked, I will do a tutorial. So, any questions or comments, leave below, and any suggestions you can make to Amanda, I would so appreciate it. And I will leave her channel below so you can check her out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.